Welcome back, fellas. Today we have Thursday night preview. Per usual, we have the Broncos versus the Saints this week. It should make for an interesting matchup. Over-under set at 37.5. I'm kind of liking the over in this one, and we'll get into all of that starting right now. We're not going to waste any time. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of fun shit down below if you do enjoy this sort of content. But hopping right on Underdog, use code BDGE. You already know the drill. You'll get Bo Nix, half a yard, $1,000. Plus, you'll get Patrick Mahomes at just half a yard as well. So, I mean, you might as well. You know, can't hurt. You get 2 free squares plus up to $1,000 using code BDG when you sign up. And we're going to start with Thursday night. Let's refresh to make sure we get the most updated lines. If you already saw on Twitter, you already saw me take this play. Bo Nix over 216.5 total yards. Probably like, gut. Bo Nix is so inconsistent. He hasn't looked that good. I understand that. But he's thrown for over 200 passing yards so far in 3 of the past 4 games. But the one that he missed was against the Jets, which pouring down rain. Aaron Rodgers couldn't even throw the ball in that game. It was just a wash of a game. So realistically, 3 of his last 4 good passing days type of thing. The Saints defense also has been killed by quarterbacks, allowing 277 passing yards per game and over 300 passing yards since their 2-0 start. Again, if you're on a 4-game skid, Bo Nix should be able to take advantage of that. And now they have a starting quarterback that's a rookie in his second start on the other side, which bodes well for this Denver defense. Now, again, Clint Kubiak's been cooking, so never know what could happen there. But Bo Nix has honestly done his best to buy his receivers time, as we've seen time and time again. He scrambles on 22% of his dropbacks, especially against man coverage, which the Saints run a heavy amount of. 4th highest in the NFL right now is his scramble rate, and his average time to throw against man coverage is the 3rd longest in the NFL. But that's why we take the total yards, because when you're scrambling on 22% of plays, you oftentimes run on a lot of those plays. And Bo Nix does have legs, as we all know. He can scoot. He's pretty fast. And he makes a lot of these plays turn into some big rushing gains. Instead of me just yapping, I'll put up the props.cash for you. For the Denver game of his total yards. Now, again, it's pass and rush. Bo Nix right here. He just misses versus Vegas. But again, hit this at a pretty consistent rate outside of that Jets game. So we're looking for him to do it once again. Bo Nix has also completed 21 of his 42 pass attempts for 220 yards and 3 touchdowns versus man coverage this season, throwing on a tight window rate of 38.1%, which is the 4th highest in the NFL. This offense should be putting up points. The Saints defense is depleted right now, and they are revolving door. They just allowed 50 points, as well as allowing a ton of yards on the ground, which again, Bo Nix can take advantage of, why we take this full thing. He's also scrambled for 13 first downs this season. That is the 2nd most in the entire NFL, and plus 5 first downs over expected, which means he turns plays that aren't supposed to be first downs into first downs. That is the most in the NFL. Bo Nix has also gained 152 yards, which is 3rd, and over 38 yards over expected, the 4th most on scramble. So again, he's turning plays that shouldn't be big plays into big plays, which is why we like this. And again, against the Saints defense that should be on the field for most of the game, we're going to take that. Now, again, I'll give you a few more numbers here. He's attempted passes outside the pocket on 21.7% of his attempts, which again leads to easy scrambles. Nix has also completed 23 of 40 outside the pocket throws at 57.5% for 278 yards. It's the most in the NFL. He's scrambling a lot, getting outside of the lot. He's improved so far week in and week out. The past 2 weeks, he's looked better for sure. And he just put up 277 total yards on the Chargers defense that is top 3 in the NFL. So I'm liking Bo Nix for this Thursday night game. I think he can do really well here, and we're getting him a great value at 216 total yards. Now, heading to the Saints side of things, we are going to take Alvin Kamara higher than 34.5 receiving yards. But before we do that, make sure you're tailing me on Pickett. As of right now, we have 4 plays for the Thursday night game. You can see what we're going to go over here. Alvin Kamara, we did get 33.5, so make sure you're tailing on Pickett to get the best value. And when I place the bet, you'll get notified, and you'll know exactly when I place it, what I place it, and boom, you can tell right away. Using code BDG when you sign up, you'll automatically follow Nick. You can follow me. You can follow Jameson. You can follow Tony No Dimes. You can follow the whole crew. There, the link is in the bio for that, so make sure you lock in. And if you're wondering what this site is that we're looking at, it is props.cash. I get this question almost every video, so I got to make sure I reiterate it. You can use code GUT25 to get 25% off your first month, which again, it is a monthly payment. So if you bet a ton like I do every day, just about, this is very, very worth every single penny. If you don't bet every single day, I would say it's not worth it. I'm going to be very transparent. We're not sponsored by them, so I don't have to be nice. If you don't bet every day, you just bet casually, you just want to hear me yap about the bets that you might be interested in or try to get advice on where to go, I wouldn't spend time or money on this. But if you bet all the time and you do your own research a lot, this is a great source to use. And again, code GUT25 to get 25% off that as well. But I have a Kamara of 34.5 receiving yards, as we see on the graph right in front of us for the last 5 games. And if we scroll down, you see 9, 8, and 8 targets in those games. So the volume is there. The factor that I kind of weigh in the most is how good is the rushing defense for this Broncos team? And it is the second best in the NFL as of right now in designed runs, with an average of negative 16.6 EPA on outside designed runs this season. Not only that, they have the third lowest success rate at 28.2% and the second lowest explosive run rate at 6.4%. And this team has not had an explosive run since week 4. So they're shutting down the run. Now, why does that matter, Gut? It matters because Alvin Kamara is not going to be able to just go on the ground and run. They're going to force this team to pass the ball, especially with the rookie quarterback. They're going to want to stack the box, make him sling the rock, see what he can do, because he's going to make mistakes, especially with Spencer Rattler. He's a quarterback that is inexperienced for one, and in college, who's very reckless with the football. That's just how he plays. It's always how he's been. He's a gunslinger type quarterback, going to make the crazy throws and big plays, but at the same time, it's going to cause some interceptions here and there, and that's what the Broncos want to take advantage of. But it's going to lead to some easy checkdowns for Alvin Kamara, as we saw 8 targets last game. The reason being, Broncos also record the 6th highest pressure to sack conversion rate at 23.7%, while producing the 2nd highest quick pressure rate at 22.5%. Quick pressure, what does that mean? Quick dump off, quick first reads. Alvin Kamara, quick dump off, quick first read. Alvin Kamara is the highest first read rate on this entire team. As a running back, that is insane. But it happens. And Alvin Kamara is like right now their number 1 receiver, especially with Chris Olave out as well. Broncos have generated the 2nd highest pressure rate in the NFL this season at 41%, excuse me. So, again, going to see a lot of pressure. Spencer Rattler's going to have to get rid of the ball fast. Who does he go to? Alvin Kamara out of the backfield. I think he's going to easily catch 6 balls in this game and take it for easy yards. And honestly, with how explosive and how unique Alvin Kamara runs, he could get this in literally like 1 or 2 catches. So that's all we're going to bank on, and I think he's a pretty big day. Now, heading to our 3rd official play, I do have a 4th play that I do like that I'm going to share with you at the end of this, but the 3rd official play is Javonte Williams higher than 46.5 rushing yards. You're probably like, God, he's been miserable this season. Well, he had 2 games in positive game scripts. He had 3 games in positive game scripts, technically. But Tampa Bay, Tyler Beatty was in. Javonte got a little bit banged up in that one, so we didn't see a lot of attempts. But in the 2 game scripts recently, in the past 3 games, where it's been positive, 13 attempts, 16 attempts, 61 yards, 71 yards. That's pretty good to me. And the Saints allow the 7th most rushing yards per game at 111.2 per game. Not only that, last game, they got destroyed in the running game. Over 200 yards of rushing last game. And we saw it. Bucky Irving had his way with his team. Sean Tucker had his way with his team. Bucky Irving had his way with his team. We saw it time and time again. And Javonte's looking like to be the clear lead back in the running facility now. His line is set at 12 rushing attempts for a reason. He's probably going to see closer to 13. And again, he's playing a rookie quarterback, which means this defense should get off the field fast, which means this offense should be on the field frequently. So we're taking a lot of Denver overs. I think they win this game pretty handily, and I think Javonte's a big part of that in the running game, and I think he absolutely cooks this Saints defense that looked so elite in the first 2 weeks and has fallen the fuck off after that. But yeah, taking the running back here, Javonte Williams. And my last play that I like to add that's only, well, you can't even get it on UD right now, but we'll flash it on the screen. You can probably get it on your screen, on your phone. A lot of these lines are on the phone, not on the computer for some reason. Sometimes it doesn't sync, but I'll flash it on the screen for you because I got it. Half an interception for Spencer Rattler. I love this line. He's a gunslinger and is reckless with the ball. He is no true number 1 receiver. Bub Means is going to be his number 1 receiver today probably. And the Broncos, or when you're seeing this, it's Wednesday, so tomorrow. And the Broncos are the 3rd best defense versus opposing quarterbacks this season. And even without Pat Surtain, I think they easily get this done. Riley Moss has looked like a dog. This team runs a ton of man coverage, which makes for, if he makes even the slightest bit of mistake, it can really come back to bite him. And I think with this pressure rate that we talked about earlier, Spencer Rattler is going to have a lot of new stuff coming at him that he hasn't seen yet in the NFL after 1 game. And I think it can confuse him. He threw an interception last game. I think he does it again here today or tomorrow against this hard, tough Denver defense. So love that line as well to be a fourth play that you can only add on UD. On real books, it is so juiced. But you can get on UD to pair with all these and make it a bigger slip. Plus, you get the free line. So you can just keep stacking. That's going to be 5 picks, which will turn, I think, $10 into $200 if I'm not mistaken, which is obviously a great profit. Let's just see. Let's just add 2 like random plays here and see what it would be. You had $10, $141 dollars if you get all 5 correct, which you already know. We're going to have ourselves a day here tomorrow. I keep saying today. I don't know why. We're going to have ourselves a day, though, and the boys are going to get after it. Javonte going to get over. Alvin Kamara going to get over. And Bo Nix is going to cook. Again, make sure you use code BDGE when you sign up on Pickett to make sure you're tailing these bets on the books that I use, on the underdog slips that I place. And we're going to be, when you see this, we're going to be in Texas. So in Texas, I'm going to probably be making a lot of outlandish bets. But if you want to see them, if you want to tail some of those outlandish bets, if you want to tail me taking Georgia while I'm at Texas at the university with the frats at the University of Texas in front of all of them, placing that Georgia money line, if you want to tail that, make sure you hop on Pickett using code BDG. So it'll be a lot of fun. And we should have a lot of good lines that's coming this weekend. I'm super excited. Sunday's video I got to record today as well, because again, we're going to be gone. So you'll be seeing that a little bit earlier this week, which is exciting. I don't know yet if I'm going to be having college bets, like player props, but I will get those to you as soon as possible if I do. So be on the lookout for all that. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, because it's the easiest way to show support for absolutely free. And I want to thank you all for watching. Love you guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace.